Morning and welcome to Hardy Classics. Bit brighter out there this morning, not raining, so that's a good thing. Saturday, yeah, we went to see an old guy who's packed in trimming. One of Mark's friends, a really quality trimmer. Mark's bought a few machines off him because, for those who don't know Mark, my mechanic, he does a bit of trim work as well. So if anybody wants any trim doing, give us a shout. Especially on the old 50s, 60s, 70s cars, stuff like that, he's good on it. He doesn't do it full time, like I say, he works for me and he does a little bit of trim on the side. We have a little place upstairs where he does a bit of trim. And this old guy's packed in, ill health sadly. And we went through and bought the rest of his machines off him, so Mark's got like the full setup that he wants. So we went down there on Saturday, like I say, and in the back of my van now, if I can open the van, is sewing machine Evan. I mean, that's a really old-fashioned thing there, but I'm going to go and switch the lights on so you can have a look in here, because there's one or two bits of stuff in here that you might be interested in. Interior lights. There. Right. Back on this side. So there's the back, there's one of the motors, the table, bits and pieces. I think that old cast iron singer there he's just going to sell as a table, to be fair, but I think these were the two machines that he was after. This really old singer here, you can see the thickness of the needle there, and another one there, that's what he was after. Made a hood for me Ferrari in the summer, and I think he struggled a bit with the little sewing machine he's got, so he wanted a bigger, thicker needle one, and that's what we got him. What have we been up to? Well, I've just been and bought one of the nicest Chevrolet pickups, I think, in England. Beautiful thing, and I saw it a few years ago on a show, and I admired it then, and it was a local guy, not too far from me, just selling them. Freezing this morning, I tell you what, if I was a betting man, which I'm not really, I think it's going to snow this morning. It smells like it, but there you go, that's just me. Right, why am I taking you out here? I'm taking you out here because I sold this little van last night. I knew it wouldn't hang around for long. Mileage sold it really. Less than 40,000 miles, clean as a whistle. Been a few commercials going out lately, and that's the way I like to buy them, low on the miles. Tidy on the bodywork, low on the miles. And they seem to go out alright. What else is been out? Well, apart from being abducted by aliens or Daleks or BBC Radio T's, not a lot really, not a lot on the sales. I have bought two beautiful vans. Now I said I wasn't buying any more classic commercials, but that's like just, when I say to somebody I'm not buying anything else, that's just a big lie to myself, so I can't help myself. No, guy came on about 3 weeks ago, pretty local to me as well. In fact, I've known of him for a few years. He's a nice chap. Just wanting to get rid of a couple of bits in one go, and that's where I come into play. If somebody's got, you know, 2 or 3 motors that can come in, bang, pay you, take it away. Easy as that. If everyone in the deal is happy, because 2 people aren't happy, it's never going to work. Where else are we? Yeah, we've got a guy who's hot on the Morris flat rad that we've had for quite a while. Again, there's a lot of hype in the papers about pre-war cars and out of fashion, and it's a lot of hype. It's hype. Do you know what I mean? I still get plenty of inquiries for pre-war cars. I think it's, like I say, I think it's hype, and they keep saying, oh, it's the wrong age group to buy stuff, and you know, the 55-year-olds are the ones buying the hot escorts now. Well, I'm telling you now, that job is definitely slowing up. The hot Fords, the £70,000 for an RS2000, them days are slowing up. In fact, the brakes are on. Just like I saw 5-6 years ago, same thing happened with mini pickups. The mini pickups, whoa, they were 20 grand, 22 grand and 18 grand, and sadly they're not anymore. And I've got some of them to look at as well. I just hope the guy, when I go, he's not disappointed. The only thing I will say is really, 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 really clean stuff sells. So good, clean stuff will sell. Right, welcome to Hardy Classics, Monday morning. And if you're wondering what we're doing, I'm going to turn the camera around. Oh, there's a motorbike popping out of the van. I'll tell you, we are taking these motorcycles to auction. I'll pull around the back of the van and show you in the back. So we have a Greaves Griffin 380 Scrambler, a Suzuki T350 twin 2-stroke 70s bike, and a BSA Starfire replica. And people will be saying, why are you taking them to auction? What's the matter with them? There's absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing at all, the matter with these bikes. The only reason we're taking them to auction is we've had no interest in them. And when I mean no interest, I mean virtually no interest. So we're going to try them through the auction. I'll let you know what happens, and if it is successful, it just proves one thing: people like buying from auctions. So what auctions are they going to? Well, they're going to my friend's auction down at Thornton Dale. Derek Matheson. We've known Derek for a good few years now. We even attended his first auction, and we've seen his auction business grow from really zero to hero. And good luck to the man and the family. They have worked very, very, very hard for it. Anything else going to the auction? Yes, I'm going to send me Bentley. Right, so the second thing we take in is this gorgeous Bentley Continental GT. Why am I taking it? Everybody will be asking, why are you taking your Bentley? Well, I've taken my Bentley and I've put it up for sale purely and simply because I don't use it. I do not use it. So sadly, it has to go. Can't keep them all. Right, so we're actually back from Mathewsons Auction. It takes a couple hours for me to get there and a couple hours back, so it's more or less an afternoon done. Didn't do any filming when I was down there, for the simple fact that most people, you know, they've said, if you watch Bangers and Cash on the telly, you'll have seen everything that's there. If you go on their website, you'll see it. So basically we dropped the 3 bikes off with Sutty there, a bike expert. And he's actually an expert on Greaves. So we dropped the Greaves Griffin off 380. Well, I thought it was a 380. He looked at it, he said, oh, it's a 250. So I'll go with him. So anyway, we dropped the 3 bikes off from the Bentley, and they're running the December sale, which I think is, is it the, I don't know, is it the 18th and 19th, or no, the 15th or something, I don't know. But it's in 3 weeks' time. There look like some decent stuff in there. So I won't show this part of the video, the results, till after then, just to show you if we did all right or we lost or whatever, because let's face it, buying and selling any commodity is a gamble. You know, and anybody can say something's a good investment, but whether it is or not, a different kettle of fish. This week we sold the courier van, sold the transporter van, and we've bought another couple of vans today. Another really low mileage transporter van from the same stable, less than 30,000 miles on, but this time it's a short wheelbase one. That's to pick up. Excellent value for money, them vans. Another transit courier, a 21 plate this time. Slightly higher miles than the last one. The last one had 30,000. I think this is 42 or something like that. But again, that's low mileage, really low mileage for a van. So them two vans are to pick up. What's happening tomorrow? This morning we had a bit of runabout with a construction job. Then we got them bikes loaded. Tomorrow I'm going to look at a potential collection for sale. The guy rang us a couple of weeks ago, I might have mentioned it. He has a couple of mini pickups, minivan and a mini car, and a Ford Angular van and a few motorbikes. Apparently he's not a very good else. I think he's had a couple of chances looking at them, offering silly bids. The thing is, everybody wants the best they can do when they're selling something. I mean, it's human nature. I do. Do you know what I mean? But you've got to be realistic sometimes. And, you know, if you can get a fair deal where you walk away and you think, well, yeah, I did all right out of that, you know, and I can walk away and think, well, yeah, I can sell that and make a few quid, then everyone's happy. So both parties have got to be happy. It can't just be one, you know. You can't just walk away and think, oh, I've shafted him, or that's not the way I work. I never have worked like that, you know what I mean? I want everyone to be happy. If you're not happy, don't do the deal. It's as simple as that. If you think you're getting robbed or whatever. But the prices of minis has dropped. Not so much the cars. The mini cars have always been pretty steady, and in fact, good ones have actually risen a little bit. But I do think the mini pickups and the mini vans have dropped. I mean, I've had mini vans and pickups myself, bought and sold them. I had a beautiful beige mini pickup, and I've seen the time when you get 20 grand for one, 25 grand. Not that I did. I think I got 13 for mine. And people always remember that 25 grand one, but they never remember the 9 or 10 grand one. They always remember the 20, oh, they're worth 25 grand. Well, they're not in reality, unless, you know, they've had a total nut and bolt restoration. And I mean a nut and bolt restoration. I don't just mean, oh, I've restored the car and I've given it a paint job. I mean, like, you know, dip, strip, shell welded, the full lot, every nut and bolt replaced. And we've got cars like that for sale, and they are big money, but they've had big money spent on them, and I've paid big money for them. You know, I haven't just went out there and paid 10 grand for something and 140 for it. You know what I mean? I've paid good money, and I think that's the way you've got to buy things. You've got to look at the value of something, and think, you know, yes, it's had a lot of money spent on it. You know, I couldn't restore it for that sort of price, and that's the way I work. So that's today. Tomorrow morning, like I say, we're going to look at this collection, and I think he wants, oh, it's pouring down out there. He wants us to have a look at an MZ motorcycle. And if you're watching this video, you'll know I've just took 3 motorcycles to an auction. But again, if it's priced right, I'll buy it, you know. But if you want a showroom price, I can't do anything with it, you know what I mean? And if the guy wants to sell all his collection in one go, I'll give him a lump sum. That's easy done. That's the way I like to deal, but we'll just see. So, that's about me wrapped up for the night. 6 o'clock or something. I'm going to go in and jump in the bath and have me tea. So bye bye now.